I'm Adam Beasley, and this is your Miami Herald Dolphins report. The sporting world has been consumed by the Ray Rice NFL scandal. I'm sure you know the details, so I'll spare you, but it does have a Dolphins tie. Just about this time last year, last November, the Dolphins had the same kind of tempest. You remember, I'm sure, the Richie Incognito, Jonathan Martin bullying scandal that took over the world. Now, this is much bigger. This involves the league. This could go all the way to the highest level of the NFL. But it does have the same feel. Access Hollywood, TMZ, swarming media attention. The Dolphins had to deal with it last year like they have to in Baltimore now, and certainly New York with the NFL. I asked Joe Philbin about that today, and he basically said you had to, in the worst times, you just had to come to work every day and be grateful for the job you had. Well, things are much quieter now for the Dolphins. They're 1-0. They destroyed the Patriots on Sunday, 33-10. Their defensive line absolutely dominated that game. They're going to need a lot more of it Sunday. They're going to face the Bills, who swept them last year. They're going to need to win the point of attack both on defense and on offense. Cam Wake was Defensive Player of the Week in the AFC after his 2-sack, 2-strip game. But really the question is, how can the offensive line handle Buffalo's defensive ends? Mario Williams was the #1 pick in the draft a few years back. They have 2 Pro Bowl tackles. They were a really stout front 7, particularly in their front 4. And it lost the Dolphins the game last year down here. You'll probably remember Tyson Clabo giving up that second down sack, a fumble that led to Buffalo's game-winning field goal. And then in the second game up there in Buffalo, the Dolphins were completely flummoxed. They couldn't score. They couldn't move the ball. It was just a really bad day all the way around. That leads me to believe that Buffalo is a good team and a very tough matchup for these Dolphins. The matchups to watch, obviously, Brandon Albert and Juwan James against those defensive ends, against that line. And on the other side, Chantrell Henderson's going to have his hands full as well. Cam Wake will be coming around the edge. Should be a great game. If the Dolphins can win, they'll be 2-0, probably alone, if not tied for first in the division, and setting them up for a good 14 weeks to come. Until next week, I'm Adam Beasley.